Today, we're going to be ranking all the new Legends ZA Mega Pokemon by their design. If you guys are liking this kind of content, drop a sub. We are insanely close to 500 subs. And maybe I'll do another video where I rank all the Megas competitively. Anyways, let's start the ranking. So first we're starting with Starmie. So if you didn't know, I don't like Starmie that much. And this just made me hate Starmie more, honestly. And literally, I don't know what Pokemon was thinking while making this thing grow legs. Like, what? F tier for me. So the next one is Dragonite. And let me just tell you, this was the first, I think, announced Mega they actually did. Correct me if I'm wrong, but like, this was pretty cool. In my opinion, it was actually pretty cool. I think it was a little goofy, but in truth, I love Dragonite. He's actually my favorite Sinnoh. My favorite pseudo legendary. And he's just really cool, and he's also very competitively good. But obviously, this ranking is not actually going to be based on competitive stuff. Just from visual looks, I think Dragonite deserves I want to say low A. I think he's pretty cool. Although I do wish that they reverted like maybe the wings on his back to be bigger, because I don't really like how his wings are on his head. To me that's a little goofy. But honestly, I think this is pretty good. So we'll keep him there. So what is this Pokemon? What's the name of this Pokemon? I forgot. So Meganium. Honestly, Meganium is I don't know. Meganium is a little weird. I don't really like Meganium's design just for one reason. I wish it was more like a dinosaur instead of just it being so cluttered. Like, its neck is literally being like suffocated by flowers. Could you really call that a mega? Like, really? I don't know. I think it's D tier in my opinion. Low D tier. I don't really like this mega. Personally, I don't really like it. Now, I would say it's better than Starmie, just because like it does have some creativity. So you know what? I'll let that slide. But for Alligator, this was so disappointing. Like it's not. I did not like this. This was not like, in my opinion, this was like a really disappointing letdown for me. I hated when I saw this because I was like, yeah, for Alligator's gonna get awesome, like an awesome mega, and we got brought with this. Like, really, Pokemon, you really just gave us something that was like really hyped and gave us absolute garbage. But yeah, I don't think he deserves. Honestly, I don't think he deserves any higher than D. Just cause like he just doesn't like he looks like he has a hunchback, and his like red thing is like a, I don't know. It just looks all funky to me. I think it's very clinky. So yeah. Now score me. Or Scarmy. I don't know. Scarmy. I think it is Scarmy. I just don't think it looks that good. Honestly, like I feel like I'm just downing all these Pokemon. There is some really cool ones in here. I am gonna admit there is some really cool ones in here, but Scarmy is just, I'm sorry. I actually thought this one was gonna be really cool. I love Scarmy. Like, without Mega or anything, like Scarmy is, he's cool. I love Scarmy. He's really strong and competitive. His design's actually pretty simple and pretty cool. But when they gave him a Mega, it just made it look so weird. Like, it generally looks weird. Like, I don't like the legs or the feet. So I think maybe high, or I think he's just a mid tier, honestly. I don't think he's any higher than C or any lower than C, so I think this is a good place for him. The only reason why I'm putting him high too is because the color does help him. I think the yellow or gold kind of fits, so I think that's another thing. I would say that's why he deserves C. Next, I'm actually gonna just go ahead and just do both of these kind of at the same time. I'm just gonna say this right away. I think this one is the Z. Correct me if I'm wrong. And this one is the Y. But the Z, um, the Z's better. Or this one is better. Whatever which one is this one is just better. And you know what? I think this even deserves to be in B tier. And I think this one deserves to be in C tier. I just don't like how this one's like tails are lifting it up. It just looks so funky and weird and so awkward. But this one's cool because it has like longer ears. I don't know. Ears and tail. That's cool. That's like, to me, that's cooler. This is just really funky and it just looks so weird. I'm sorry. I don't know anything about the competitive about it. I'm gonna learn that soon. But this one just looks better, in my opinion. So I just like it. The colors look better. The stance, the the ears, the tail, everything's better. Now, I'm not even gonna really say much about it. I think this is probably right here. I think a D tier. I just don't like how it looks. It looks so like, it doesn't even look like it was like barely worked on, if that makes sense. Like, it doesn't look like it was barely, like, nothing added to it except like wings and like a little hat. I don't know. I didn't like it. Clefable needed more, I think. And it looks kind of like freaky almost. I don't know. Just something is wrong and unsettling about it for me. So I think D is probably a good place for it. Frostlass, I know we can't really see it that much. Okay, to me, honestly, I think that they could have done better. It just looks like Frostlass but bigger. That's literally it. It just looks like it has a big dress on. Although I will say this, that it is better than Skarmy. To me, I think it looks kind of cool, I guess. It kind of gives off like maybe like a Gardevoir kind of, resemblance, maybe like a Mega Gardevoir look. I don't know what the shiny looks like. I actually haven't seen that, but you know what? I think it looks pretty cool. I think it looks okay. I would say that it's gonna probably be very low B though. Like it would honestly, I could even say that could be C, but high C, not like low C. I think that's a good place for it. So I guess we'll just stick with that. Now Emboar. Because this is the other starter you get, and this is the starter I would pick. Honestly, he's A tier. He looks so cool. He looks actually so cool. Like, I'm just gonna be for real. He looks actually so cool. Yeah, you can't tell me. This guy, he got some changes. I actually would say he got a lot of changes. He got like a staff. He's got flames all over him. He looks cool. I definitely think he deserves A tier, honestly. Excadrill. Excadrill. He looks so funky. I don't like what they did with him. I think low C. He just doesn't look that good to me. He looks like so like janky. I don't know. It doesn't even like look right. It looks like he has like a long hat on and like two like giant like gauntlets, but like they shoot forward. Like it makes like, to me it looks so stupid. I don't know. It looks dumb. So I don't know. I think he deserves to be C. I think that's a good place for him. Bruh. And then this one. Pokemon, you cooked. You cooked. You absolutely cook with this one. Scolopipede? Is that what I think it's Scolopede? Scolopede? I think that's how you say it. They absolutely cooked with this design. They did so good. The colors, like, look at that. That is a mega right there. That is a definition of mega. He looks so cool. I don't know anything about the competitive like side of the new megas, but if he still has his hidden ability as a speed boost, S tier, even in design and competitive, like he is goated, like goated, like he's actually just goated. I just like it. The colors and everything. He gets like armor. Yeah, I love it. All right, next one. Is it Scraffy or I don't remember. I don't know if the Scraffy was like the evolved one or if it's I forgot what it's called, but it's like that line. Um, he gets like a robe or a jacket, and he kind of wears like a One Piece character, from what it looks like. Like he has like his hands in his pockets. He looks like a One Piece marine, like a marine captain. Like he's pulling like a garp or something. Honestly, he looks cool. I don't think he's like crazy good, but I'll definitely give him like maybe I would say he's like a high B. Honestly, like he's pretty cool. I would say he's not like super cool, but he's pretty cool. I think he has a cool design. Yeah. Not really much though. Not really much change, but it's a subtle change, and sometimes subtle changes can be really cool. And you know what? They cooked. This Pokemon, I'm gonna be honest, I forgot the name of it, and it honestly didn't change much. He grew some limbs or something, or I don't know what he did, but it it didn't really it didn't really change much, honestly. So I think he kind of gets like an F tier for me. I think not as bad as Starmie, but definitely F tier. He just doesn't look that cool, honestly. There's not really much to say about him. Now okay, we're going back to the cooking phase. Chandelier got one of the best megas in the whole game. This is just fire, straight up fire. Like actually, well, quite literally fire. He deserves to even be S tier in the front. Like Pokemon you cooked with Chandelier. Chandelier is just wow. But let's go to the next one. Chestnut. He looks cool. He got like a cape, I think, and he's got some armor and stuff. That's pretty cool. I would say that's probably A tier. Chestnut. He's cool. I don't know what happened to him, like for like competitive, but it looks like he's really strong. So, I'm gonna give him the A tier. I'm gonna give him the bottom of it. So that's where I think that's perfect where he goes. But I do like the colors. The colors really go well, like the green, the red, the white, the yellow. Like I think it all ties in pretty nicely. So, yep. Now Delphox. They cooked again. Yep. I don't know why they just love fire types, but it's Brack or Delphox, yeah. What am I saying? Delphox, it looks so cool. It looks like a witch, like an actual witch. And that's so cool. Absolutely cooked with this one. Like, bro, look at that. It's so clean. I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. A tier. Or S tier. My bad. Okay, so now we're here on the Greninja, and I know a lot of people are very controversial about this. They actually said that this is the worst Mega in the game, and then some people say it's really good. To me, it's just regular Greninja upside down. There's like basically no change. Like, I'm gonna be honest, it's probably a C tier for me, or even D tier. I would say a D tier. It probably goes like right around here for me. I would say that for Alligator's cooler. Yeah. I don't know. Uh, Greninja just got upside down, and he's on a Shuriken. I think that's a pretty good ranking. So, I think that's where he deserves to be. Alright, so now we're going back to the trash Pokemon. Pyroar got done dirty, and he got a hat on his fur, and that's about it. So they just didn't really care about these Pokemon. I'm seeing a trend. Like these three Pokemon, they just didn't give a crap about. They just kind of gave them like a growth, and they called it a day. They gave this guy a haircut, and then they gave this guy leg extensions, and then this person just got more scales. I don't understand what they thought was cool, but okay. On to the next, I guess. We got, I think this is Flabebe or something like that. I don't remember what the Pokemon's called, but they gave them, they kind of did like a, what did they Mega Evolve that wasn't like fully evolved? I don't remember, but I think they did do something like that where they Mega Evolved a Pokemon that wasn't fully evolved. Or maybe they didn't. I'm not sure, but they Mega Evolved a Pokemon that's not fully evolved. So, in my opinion, this was a waste of space. And I'm gonna put this probably here. High F. It's kind of pointless to me. The colors are cool, I guess. You could say that. Other than that, though, pretty mid. Now Malamar. Malamar is... The colors are really cool. And you know what? Even the animation is cool. But the design reminds me of this. It reminds me of the SpongeBob Halloween episode. Of his, like... You remember when he, like, scared everyone with his brain? When it was coming out? That's what that reminds me of. I'm gonna give this one probably bottom of the C, because it's just like, there's some creative aspects. I'll admit there's some creative, aspects in there, but overall it kind of doesn't look the greatest. So I think C tier, bottom of C tier. I think, yeah, I think that's where it belongs, or maybe here. I think that's probably what it deserves. I think, 'cause it is. I would say it's cooler than Raichu, the other Raichu. So we'll do that. The barnacle guy, he grew more arms. Yeah, I don't really like that. I'm not a big fan. I know some people are gonna be really mad at me, because, like, yeah, I get it. It's cool or whatever. I just don't. I'm not a big fan. Not me. Not for me. Yeah, not for me. Not really for me at all. So I mean, yeah, just not for me. So I don't forget this name of this Pokemon. I think it's like Dralug. Dralug. I don't know. But it's, I would say it's there, or it's like here. It's cooler than another Raichu, I think. It's cool. It's just kind of gruesome stuff. I don't know. It's cool. I wouldn't say it's like something to go crazy about, but it's cool. Yeah. So the Zygarde. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, they love Zygarde. I like Zygarde, but not like to that extent. Zygarde is cool, and he's got some cool, posture. His like forms or whatever. His like, his poses, like or not the poses, but like his like stances or whatever. I don't know. They're cool. But I'm not a big fan of this. It looks so weird. Like, I think maybe if anything, I'll give him C, and I'll give him a high C. Not the drink, but yeah, I'll give him like a C, but like the highest one. But yeah, I think that's pretty good. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good ranker from him. He's just holding a giant pillar. I don't know. It's cool. Not my favorite. Not my favorite though. So I think this Pokemon is Drampa. Honestly, I think they kind of cooked. I would put this guy in like maybe A tier. Yeah, this guy looks pretty cool. I would say he's definitely A tier. I want to say he's cooler than Dragonite, but I would say he's probably on par with the Emboar design. Pretty cool. I like the colors. The colors are really cool. I like the clouds that they added. And I think he might get a different... Did he get a different typing? Oh, he got Oh, he's always had normal dragon though. Yeah. Okay. I think it would have been cool if they gave him like some other typing though. Like maybe dark or something. Dark dragon. I don't know. That's just me though. And we got the last one. I think this is Frank Links or something like that. I don't remember. It's like a new generation thing. I think that makes like a robot or something like that, like a dude. And I think honestly, I'm just gonna put him probably right around here. So yeah, this is the finished chart, and I know I'm gonna make a lot of people mad. And if I do, sorry, but this is what I think is the coolest designs in Legends ZA.